Hello all the students of class 7th D. On the last turn, I sent you the video of first part of 3 questions. Now we are going to proceed with second part of it. As we know that when the king didn't get the satisfactory answer even after doing lot of work for the hermit, he wanted to quit in order to get answers of his 3 questions. Let's see what happened then. When he was about to leave the hermit, he saw a man, and he was none but the bearded man. Okay, and he came running, and actually blood was shedding from his body. Let's see what did the king do. The king saw a bearded man running towards them, towards the king and the hermit. He had his hand was pressed against the stomach. It was bleeding from there. As he raised the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. He had a large wound in his stomach. The king washed the wound and compressed it with his handkerchief. At last, the bleeding stopped. The man felt better and asked for water to drink. The king gave him fresh water to drink. The sun had set by then. The king and the hermit carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The tired king also fell asleep. When he woke, the bearded man asked him to forgive him. The man was, in fact, the king's enemy. He had followed the king to take revenge on him. He had vowed to kill him. The king had once put his brother to death. The man had himself the man actually hid himself in a bush on the way to jungle. He came out of his hiding place when the king did not return for long. He was wounded by king's bodyguards. He would have died if the king had not dressed his wound. He felt grateful to the king who had saved his life. He promised to serve the king as a faithful servant. The king was happy that he had made peace with his enemy. He forgave the man and promised to give back his property. The king then went up to the hermit. He again asked for answers to his 3 questions. The hermit explained that by digging the beds for him, the king had escaped attack. Otherwise, the bearded man might have killed him. So the most important time was when he was digging the beds. The hermit himself was the most important person. So to do him good, was the king's most important business. The hermit further told the king that the most important person for him was the person around him. The most important business was to help that person, I mean the bearded man. And the most important time was now, that is, the present moment. Thus, the king got answers of his three questions, and he seemed well satisfied, and he went back to his kingdom. Thank you, good day, goodbye, and enjoy the second part thoroughly.